The Count of Anjou was the ruler of the County of Anjou, first granted by Charles the Bald in the 9th century to Robert the Strong.Ingelger and his son were viscounts of Angers until Ingelger's son Fulk the Red assumed the title of Count of Anjou. The Robertians and their Capetian successors were distracted by wars with the Vikings and other concerns, and were unable to recover the county until the reign of Philip II Augustus more than 270 years later. Ingelger's male line ended with Geoffrey II, Count of Anjou. Subsequent Counts of Anjou were descended from Geoffrey's sister Ermengarde of Anjou and Geoffrey II, Count of Gâtinais. Their agnatic descendants, who included the Angevin kings of England, continued to hold these titles and property until the French monarchy gained control of the area. Thereafter the titles Count of Anjou and, after 1360, Duke of Anjou were granted several times, usually to members of the French ruling houses of Valois and Bourbon. Similar to the title of Duke of York in England, none of those who received the title Duke of Anjou were able to transmit it. They either died without a male heir, returned it to the crown, or succeeded to the throne. The title was held by Philippe, a grandson of King Louis XIV, until he ascended the Spanish throne as Philip V of Spain. Since then, some Spanish legitimist claimants to the French throne have borne the title even to the present day, as does a nephew of the Orleanist pretender. Counts of Anjou, Robertian dynasty, House of Ingelger, Angevin kings of England and Plantagenets. In 1204, Anjou was lost to King Philip II of France. It was re-granted as an appanage for Louis VIII's son John, who died in 1232 at the age of 13, and then to Louis's youngest son, Charles, later the first Angevin king of Sicily. Capetian dynasty, House of Anjou. In 1290, Margaret married Charles of Valois, the younger brother of King Philip IV of France. He became Count of Anjou in her right. House of Valois. In 1328, Philip of Valois ascended the French throne and became King Philip VI. At this time, the counties of Anjou, Maine, and Valois returned to the royal domain. On the 26th of April 1332, Philip granted the county to his eldest son, John, following John's ascension to the throne as John II in 1350. The title once again reverted to the royal domain. Dukes of Anjou. First creation, 1360 to 1481. House of Valois Anjou. On the death of Charles IV, Anjou returned to the royal domain. Second creation, 1515 to 1531. House of Savoy. Third creation, 1566 to 1576. House of Valois Angoulême. Fourth creation, 1576 to 1584. House of Valois Angoulême. Fifth creation, 1608 to 1626. House of Bourbon. Sixth creation, 1640 to 1660. House of Orleans. Seventh creation, 1668 to 1671. House of Bourbon. Eighth creation, 1672. House of Bourbon. Ninth creation, 1683 to 1700. House of Bourbon. Tenth creation, 1710 to 1715. House of Bourbon. 11th creation, 1730 to 1733. House of Bourbon. 12th creation, 1755 to 1795. House of Bourbon. Dukes of Anjou without legal creation. 1883 present. House of Bourbon. After the death of Henry, Count of Chambord, only the descendants of Philip V of Spain remained of the male line of Louis XIV. The most senior of these, the Carlist claimant to the Spanish throne, became the eldest of the Capetians. Some of them used the courtesy title of Duke of Anjou. At the death of Alfonso Carlos in 1936, the Capetian seniority passed to the exiled King of Spain, Alfonso XIII. In 1941, Infante Jaime, Duke of Segovia, succeeded his father Alfonso XIII as the heir male of Louis XIV and therefore as the legitimate claimant to the French throne. He then adopted the title of Duke of Anjou, 2004 present, House of Bourbon-Orléans. On December 8, 2004, Henry, Count of Paris, Duke of France, Orléanist pretender to the French throne, granted his nephew Charles Philippe the title of Duke of Anjou. For him, the title was available since 1824, because he doesn't recognize his cousin's courtesy title.